All right. Today's topic, Joe, is the ocean. Okay.
All right, that's
First off, right off the bat, what do you think?
about the ocean.
Yeah. Like your first thing when you think ocean, like
I
what
mean,
is your
I'm
feeling
really-
about it?
I mean, I'm really curious about like space and the planets, but like, I don't know, the ocean's like a deep subject because no one really like thinks about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's thought about it, but like, have you ever like been at sea or like seen that like in movies? Like, it's scary, dude. Like, the sea is it's mean, man. Like, I don't know, and there's a lot that like hasn't been explored.
Right.
I feel like the I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mariana.
Trench.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I don't know a lot about it, but just I don't know. We haven't really explored it like we explore other things.
Right.
I feel like it should be focused on a little bit.
Right. All
But
right.
that's all.
Like there's some stuff in here that's kind of gonna blow your mind.
All right.
Okay, so right off the bat, I mean, this is kind of one that everyone knows, but 70% of the Earth's surface is actually water, and the majority of life, this one like most people won't know, is 94% of all life on Earth is actually aquatic.
Wow. Yeah, see, like you don't really think about that
Right.
until you hear the facts.
Exactly.
It's still kind of mind blowing because
Like there's stuff on here that just
humans like I don't know. I feel like we think we have a privilege in some way. Like our Earth is privileged because we have like this huge civilization and we're so complex. But like when the reality is like you don't know anything about the ocean, and like you just said, it's 70% of everything.
Right.
And same with space. Like no one's worried about it. People think we're invincible, but like,
right.
we're not. Like
And
it's crazy.
relating to the space thing, the world's longest mountain chain is underwater, and it's over 6,500 kilometers long. And this chain is less explored than the surface of Venus or Mars.
Yeah. See, like that's weird.
Right? I just think it's
A mountain
insane.
chain. That's
Like we need to
that's
discover
gotta,
more here.
That's got to be ancient, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's well, obviously it's old. I mean,
It's got to be from a past civilization.
You
or
think so?
something. I mean, they're mountains.
you think Atlantis was real?
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, there's definitely, yeah. I mean, because there's been crazy events that have happened like years and years before.
Right, like,
even a thing that have happened.
Venice in Italy is like that. That could be the next Atlantis. Like you heard, it's flooding, right? They're gonna end up underwater.
See, like that's
probably what
for
happened,
Sure.
like-
So that's definitely from a different
Right.
past.
That was
Yeah,
kind of like
something.
their Mount Everest.
But that's why it should be explored more because I feel like they can learn a lot from what's underwater.
right. That's I don't know why we're not.
Because like past worlds don't go up into space; they stay on the Earth. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like there's a lot more here than
Right.
that we don't know about.
Okay, so we still only know a fraction of the marine species in our ocean. So according to the World Register of Marine Species, there are now 240,000 accepted species, but it is believed to be a small portion of the species that actually exist within the ocean.
Yeah, you see new things popping up all the time.
Right, like on Snapchat, you'll get like notifications. New
Just
fish,
random
like
animals.
you know that one with like the big nose that look like a goob.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'll pull up a picture.
And there's like different kinds of like different animals. You know what I
Right.
mean?
This one was actually kind of crazy to me, but over 70% of our planet's oxygen is produced by the ocean. And it's I really didn't know this, and it was between 70 and 80% of the oxygen that we breathe. Like marine plants produce that through like algae. And like I had no idea. Like we're talking about save the trees. What about save the ocean?
Yeah, really. No one really thinks about that.
Like we're
It's-
dead
it's
without
just
it.
the
And
stuff people
you
should-
see all the garbage in the ocean and stuff.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I don't know.
Wasn't there just a new record? I saw something on the news. It was like the new record of like amount of plastic somewhere. I don't know where, but
Garbage
yeah,
Island?
it's really it's really getting bad.
Let's look it up. Let's see if we can find it. Do a little research.
70%. That's
What'd you say? Record garbage?
plastic. Yeah. Wait, no, I'll type in plastic. Oh, 6 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. 1.9 million pieces of plastic
So toxic microplastic hotspots are accumulating on the ocean floor in record levels. Okay, we know that. Scientists from the UK have discovered the highest level of microplastics ever recorded on the seafloor, with up to 1.9 million pieces of plastic covering just 1 square meter at the bottom of the ocean.
This is
what's
gonna
a square meter? Because I'm not.
okay, but like, see, this is gonna affect like how we discover stuff in the future, because our whole ocean floor is gonna be covered in plastic and species are gonna die. A square meter, or that's not really important, but it's a lot. 3.8 miles, and how many
square mile? So that's like around. I mean that's a lot. But when you think about how big the ocean is, like if that's just there, 1.9 million pieces, dude, like it's gotta be bad.
It's piling up, and it's gonna affect how we discover more species, and if there
It's
was
gonna kill off
civilizations,
species.
dude. And if the plant algae all dies, like this is a serious issue now, and like
Yeah, no one. I mean, people like talk about it, but like people kind of brush it off.
right.
I just feel like it should be explored more because like we're looking up all the time. Like Mars is cool. Like build a civilization on Mars. Like how about we find evidence of past civilizations underwater?
Exactly.
Kind of learn something.
I mean,
like,
I know it's
about
extremely
our Earth.
difficult, but if we have the technology to bring people to Mars, I think we could figure out some sort of technology
That's
just to
underwater.
discover. Yeah.
And I heard something. The guy Bob Lazar. I was on a Joe Rogan podcast, and he claimed he worked for Area 51. It's a long podcast, but like, I mean, I believe the guy. But one of the pilots that saw one of these UFOs flying, he said that there was like a disturbance under the water, and it was kind of like a cross shape. It looked like the size of like a 757.
Really.
And it was like under the water, and there's something hovering over it, and that's what they were tracking. But the thing underwater just disappeared. So I mean, I know there's like factual evidence that there are things from other places coming here, and like kind of like looking around. I don't know what they're doing, but like them seeing something under the water, I mean, that could tell you that there's other things exploring under our
Dude,
water.
I feel like they don't want to explore it because they don't want us to like tell us what happened, or don't want us knowing certain things.
I mean, that could be part of it too.
Right?
I mean,
I don't know.
think about UFOs. Like, I mean, they're real. Like, there's footage. Like, the Pentagon released footage of unknown objects flying. Like, they know about it.
Right.
There was a Pentagon team that like went into seeing like what that is, but I guess they came out with nothing. Maybe they didn't tell us, but
Mysteries will never tell. Of
I
the
don't
oceans.
know.
All right.
I would love to get into that stuff, like as a career, like looking
Yeah.
down or even like space.
Marine
but
biology.
I feel like I don't know a lot about it. I feel like it'd be hard, but
No one knows a lot about it, you know.
be the first one.
Yeah.
There's gotta be someone.
All right, Joe. That's all we have time for. But I appreciate you coming out.
All right, thank you.
Check out Twitter. What is it?
What?
Your Twitter.
Oh, Joey Beckman.
Okay, yeah. Check out Oshkosh highlights.
Mr. Palin, gonna miss you, man.
Miss you, Mr. Parallel.
You're a great teacher, and yeah, I'm gonna miss it all.
Miss you. See you.
See ya.